Welcome to Dwingeloo. The women's peloton gathered in the small village in the heart of Drentse today to race the Drentse 8 van Westerveld. Just 24 hours after the second Women's World Tour event, the Ronde van Drenthe took place in the area and partly on the same roads. 163 riders took to the start and tackled a course of 143 mostly flat kilometers on narrow streets and open fields. Especially the Dutch teams Sunweb and Boels-Dolmans brought a lot of pre-race favorites. Lucinda Brandt, Corinne Rivera or Lotte Kopecky, Chantal Blaak, Amy Peters or yesterday's winner, World Champion Amalie Dideriksen. Who would you choose as your captain? But also the other 28 squads came with big names, such as Annemiek van Vleuten or Kirsten Wild. They all peacefully rolled out of Dwingeloo together, but right after kilometer 0 the battle began. The peloton quickly split in 3 groups on the open roads of Drenthe, and even though the first group was the biggest, some important riders had to start hunting already after 10 kilometers. Van Vleuten missed the cut and so did Wild. It was a long fight to come back to the front, where Lotte Kopecky from Lotto-Soudal and Canyon SRAM's Trixie Worrack and Barbara Guariski led the first group over the short cobblestone sector after 40 kilometers. But on the way to Bamberg, a short but steep climb up a man-made hill of garbage, all favorites came back together. Then it was Van Vleuten who accelerated hard on the Bamberg and tried to crack the peloton herself. Not much happened with the first passage of the hill, but when the peloton came down a second time, just 7 kilometers later, some small gaps were made. Van Vleuten, Gutierrez, Cecchini, Hosking, Elvin, Sigard, Ensing, Kopecky, Brandt, Garfoot and Rivera. Is that the select group of the day? No, it is not. It was still 7 kilometers to the finish, and with the wind slowing down in the second half of the race, the peloton also did. It all came back together and a group of 60 was led by Kopecky onto the last short cobblestone sector with 18 kilometers to go. Attacks were fired on the 3 final laps of 5.5 kilometers around Dwingeloo, and the big group split again in 2. With Wild and Olympic champion Anna van der Breggen losing contact to the front group, where Roxane Knetemann from FDG went clear for some time. But she got caught with 5 kilometers to go and a bunch sprint had to decide the race. Chloe Hosking opened up her sprint early at the front and powered through to the line with a growing gap behind her wheel to win the Drentse 8 for a second time after 2012.
Oh, you were so good. You were so good. I'm sorry, I'm all sweaty and gross. Great job, girls.
Congratulations, second time winning here with a big gap. Did you know how big it was when you came across the line?
Not really, actually. I just put my head down. I started my sprint super early and I was like, oh, maybe they're going to come back. But I don't know, maybe with like 75 meters to go, I put my head down and I couldn't see any wheels coming, but I wasn't going to stop pedaling yet. So Anton Voss showed me a photo after the line and I was pleasantly surprised.
Behind Hosking, Kopecky sprinted for second place and World Champion Dideriksen took third. Lotte, yesterday you crashed in the final. Is that more than a consolation prize today?
Yeah, I'm happy that I have the second place today, but yesterday I was really good and then was a stupid corner with some gravel and I didn't saw it and I crashed. So yeah, I was disappointed yesterday because I really felt very good. And today I felt good as well and I'm very happy with the second place.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you'd call this a pure sprint. I think we only had 20 or 25 in that group in the end, maybe not even that. And I know that a lot of, like the Vanberg, and the Vanberg was ridden hard both times and it was also windy. So there was a lot of times where people were trying to split it up in an echelon. And also the length of the race, I think that took a lot of sting out of girls' legs, and I much prefer it like that. Yeah, so no, everything went mine and the team's way today. So really happy. Obviously, after yesterday, we were a bit disappointed, but happy with how we bounced back today.
They tried to make a few echelons, and there were a few groups, but then everything came back together before the Vanberg. And second time Vanberg, there was a group where I was with, I think 16 or 17 riders, but everything came back, and then it was really an easy moment. And in the end there were a lot of attacks, and I'm happy nothing stayed away. So.
And a quite hectic sprint at the end as far as I saw it, and Chloe winning by a good margin actually. Was she unbeatable today?
Yeah, I think so. It was a crosswind in the end, and she really started the sprint very early, and she was very strong today.
Barbara Grariski from Canyon SRAM won the sprint classification. Annemiek van Vleuten from Orica Scott took the climber's jersey, and Knetemann was most aggressive rider for her late attack.
I feel really good. Like, I felt super strong yesterday. I was just outnumbered, and then today I felt strong again, and it went our way, as I said. So I always say to people when they ask me what my goals are, I'm not one of those riders that targets a race. I sort of just take the wins as they come. And I just want to win as many races as I can in 2017. So this is my second one, and I want to keep going.
Good luck, and have a good year.
Thank you.